Mass Undergoe show. Make some noise. Scarlet Rain broke up, The Fury broke up, Mass Undergoe broke up, Silverchair broke up, the Gastown Royals are still playing shows. Some people call them not a real touring band because real touring bands go on tour, make money, and don't leave their gear places. They've toured through Oblique Terribleness. They played 12 hours north of Thunder Bay. They played in the Albertan desert. They even had to have a faggot patrol in Oshawa to keep them from getting beaten up. If you ever see a Mass Undergoe show in Medicine Hat, Alberta, just note that you are going to see a non-secular band. Not a Christian band at all. Mass Undergoe is big fans of dressing up every year on Halloween for my birthday, which is really one of my favorite times. One year, my absolute favorite, David dressed as Ginger Spice, Alan dressed as Scary Spice, Brandon dressed as Baby Spice, Marino obviously dressed as Posh Spice, and Trevor Smith dressed as the only Spice Girl that didn't deserve to be on the stage anyway. That was actually a Spice Girls joke. One year they went as Rob Halford, David Bowie as Ziggy Stardust, George Michael, and Elton John. They went as obviously gay men in rock. And then apparently the next year they did a similar theme. It was obviously gay men in history with Jesus Christ and Chad Kroeger. Mass Undergoe. Alan is consistently late every time they have a practice, and he always needs extra time to play songs that he learned 7 years ago and wrote himself. When Mass Undergoe was starting out, Alan looked like a raver Dragon Ball Z, complete with colored beads and flared pants. Alan has the flyest ass in rock and roll. In fact, when he leans up against a wall, he leaves brown kiss marks. Alan is completely useless without his Bluetooth or a gym. In fact, at one show, they drove 2 hours out of their way to a gym that was open at 5 a.m. so Alan could work out while the rest of the band slept in the van.
Because it's true.
Alan is neither Asian nor Spanish nor a ladyboy. However, he was asked to fill in for Ricky Martin in Menudo. Ladies and gentlemen, Alan, one last time. Marino, we're just going to start by saying you have a big nose, and then we're going to get away from that altogether. Marino's had more manicures than his girlfriend and David put together. Marino spends most of his days sitting at home playing Call of Duty and ignoring his beautiful girlfriend. In his professional career, Marino does sandblasting because you need about 900 PSI to get the eyeliner off of his face after a show. And lastly, Marino likes to date girls that look just like Marino because Marino feels that the hottest girl in the world is Marino. One last time, Marino, everybody. Brandon is the sweetest tits in the band. Brandon has a fiance, a dog, and a mortgage. Now he doesn't have a band anymore. What's he gonna do with his time? Brandon used to love having group sex with whores. In fact, he used to invite me to have group sex with him and whores, and I'd show up, and it'd always just be him, David, and Alan. And Brandon is the only member of the show the only member of the band to cancel a show to go on vacation.
Oh, that's true.
One last time, it's Brandon in the back. Last but certainly not least, Mr. David Isbister. On news that Mass Undergoe was calling it quits, Mac stock went down 30%. In fact, during the riots, David went to Mac to pick up some eyeliner and left exact change behind.
Eyeliner's coming second.
David's favorite color is fetish police officer blue. 13 brightly sequined fetish police officer blue golf shirts. It's not just the same one every time.
It's hard to get ejaculate on a sequence.
David is a vegan and he loves bicycling. One thing that sucks about being a vegan is when you're out on the road and you need to eat in the middle of the night, you have to pull out your BlackBerry and look up 24-hour grocery stores. Then when you get there, realize it's a Shell station and all they have is vegan-friendly potato chips. Well, love to the vegans in the crowd tonight.
Vegan pop! Two of you.
David and Alan actually wished that they could share one collective ass so that David could get rid of some of his and Alan could take some. That joke wasn't great. Every year for Christmas, David gives me organic soap and mass underlube. When I questioned him about it, he said, I give that to all the guys. Now here's one, okay. Just outside of Toronto, driving down the 401, David had to take a piss. And he pulled out a 1-liter Coke bottle and filled it. Unfortunately, due to some possible swerving or a bump, he spilt most of that piss on one of the seats in the van. For the rest of the tour, they had to lay down towels in plastic because Alan is such a germaphobe, he couldn't handle being in the same van as a seat David had pissed on.
It's a fucking plastic seat, bro.
They want to say thank you very much. I want to say thank you very much to everyone in the crowd for giving this band an amazing amount of support. Locally, you guys are out of this fucking world, all across Canada. These guys have like a cult following, and I'm proud to say that I'm a huge, huge fan. Ladies and gentlemen, Mass Undergoe!
Of all the Jewish men I know, Abby may be my least favorite.
That's the sweetest thing you've ever said to me.
Where did you just come from? Just like raided in Mortal Kombat. Let's do this.